Okay, are you gonna
Yes.
give me a little smooch?
I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't.
You know
So,
what? I
I can't.
respect
I
you.
can't. Love though. I'm out. Oh my God. What the fuck just happened?
And you guys were filming stuff obnoxiously with every single person who recognized him. I don't even know this guy. I literally am running an empire right now and have no clue who I don't have X and don't even have the time to log in and sign up. So I walked up to you after his little outburst. He probably don't even date black women. But I said to you guys very clearly, please don't use that footage. And I don't know what collegiate level you guys are at, if you guys went to college or whatever. But I asked you not to use that footage. Not only did you use the footage, but out of everybody there, you talked to a lot of people. We heard you a mile away. That was the only footage that you used. And I verbally told you not to use it. I have so many things going on right now that I don't have time to take you to court, but I dare you. I dare you to try me, because now you are taking up my time. This 3 minutes that it's taken to post this, I could have been making money. So your new fame, his Instagram, I don't even know who gave him the idea. Do you know the connotation behind the word plaque? And I don't know if this is maybe a different kind of plaque that you're talking about. Maybe it's a different one. But the first thing I thought of, because I don't think he has any real plaques, was plaque on your teeth, okay? You maybe want to understand the connotation and the vibration that certain words carry through society.
I think maybe you should understand the connotation and vibration about what being poorly rejected, responding to being rejected poorly, what that really looks like, what that sounds like. And listen, we have to understand a lot of people are some people somewhere else. He's got a massive following, elsewhere. He's doing well. And the first thing that comes out your mouth is like, he probably didn't date black women. You asked for a kiss and he said no, and that should be respected. Right? Even in the video, she says, I respect that. Even in the video, she says, I respect that. But the follow up, because he, asked a live streamer to not use the footage was already used. It was live streamed already. It's on. It's out there. It's in the ether. It's in the cosmos. There's nothing you can do about that. Already uploaded. That's the thing with IRL streaming. Already there. So you can ask, but he doesn't have to comply, especially in a public setting. The fact that it didn't go your way shows kind of more your character than his. And listen, before we do a deeper dive into this one, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss no uploads. Still trying to do 2 a day, so try to keep that regular interval so you can kind of set your clocks by it. You don't see it, someone alert me, someone alert the media, then something must be wrong. We're still trying to do this uh, up until the new year, then we'll reassess. So we all know dealing with rejection is tough, right? So tough that we kind of just leave it to the purview of men and we say, men, deal with it because you're supposed to know how to deal with that. You're trained to deal with that. You're not as sensitive, so you approach and reject. But that was old thinking. That was the old guard. Now we sort of do things differently. Right? We say that yeah, women can approach. Have to with that anxiety of the approach game. Sometimes it's easy. Sometimes it's difficult, especially when you're used to being praised for your beauty and you're asking men, "Hey, give me a smooch," and most men would simply comply, regardless of their status. However, some men also understand through other examples of their own, that sometimes crossing that line can be the fulcrum in which your career sort of ends. Doing something that you think is innocuous, hand on, posing for a picture and your hand is around her waist. And that is later used to crucify you. So sometimes, the best thing you can do is simply abstain, simply say, hey, no, I can't. You don't need to give a reason why. You don't have to say it's because you have a girlfriend. No. The reciprocal idea is that you'll actually accept that denial with some sort of grace, some humility, and say, okay, I understand, I respect that, and move on. But then later on, coming to him, and this is off camera, have that we where you're asking him not to use that footage. Why? Because it's embarrassing? Because you asked to get a smooch and he said no. And now the character assassination arc begins, where you go in and look at his name and talk about, in the sense of dental care, or knowing that and that very quickly going outside, he probably doesn't date black women. Is that the reason why he didn't kiss you on the cheek, or he's just sort of being prudent? If you came up to him and you asked him if you should be supporting him as a black business, he used that opportunity, not really knowing exactly what your fan base is, not knowing what empire you were building, and he used that as an opportunity to say, "Yeah, listen, this is what you're saying. More black businesses. I'm not nominated for this. I'm trying to do this. Cool. That should be it." I think she crossed the line asking for a kiss on the cheek because that denotes a different type of thing. Um, but we need to learn how handle humility, handle rejection with humility and grace. This is this is not a video. This is not a topic that needed to make its way around the interwebs. It only did because you're threatening to sue the man, IRL streamer, where you have no subject or you have no expectation of privacy in public. Can be filmed in public, just the same way you filmed him. Just the way people get caught up in people's footage and cameras every day. Can't sue to have that removed because you simply desires of it. It's still his legal sort of property. Okay. And if there was understood what was happening and that this is a live thing, the better part of discretion here would have just been would a better part here would simply be discretion. Said, okay, all right, I tried that, it didn't happen, and moved on. It maybe been the smallest of blips, but rather now you're threatening to sue him and then calling his character into question, saying that he probably doesn't even like black women, he doesn't even like this, he doesn't like that. That is revealing a sort of character flaw or weakness in yourself.
I don't give a damn about who you think you are or any of your followers. But he walked away from me so disrespectfully. And it doesn't matter about America's Next Top Model. You don't ever depart from a real woman in that nature. Ever. You played yourself. And good luck with that Grammy. Good luck. I really genuinely hope you get it. Because that's probably going to be the height of everything that you get. But
So again, like it shows a real disconnect, right? It shows the way he exited. It sounded like he was tempted, sounding like he was really attracted to you, but he aired on a sound of caution. Aired on a sound of caution. He's like, I shouldn't. And he ran away. And men have been there. Men have been there saying, I really want to do this thing, but I need to exit out because before I lose control of this brain, let me go somewhere else. You didn't like what it just comes down to. And of course, we're assuming, we're absolutely, but what it seems to come down to, you didn't like that he said no. Didn't like that he had some sort of, you know, character. I shouldn't. May that be that he has a wife, a girlfriend, a significant other, or he just knows this is not how you conduct yourself when you have a larger audience. It's part and parcel of you being, I think, once you hit a certain threshold, in exchange for a bit of celebrity, they get insight into your life. You can call it's not alchemy, it's not equivalent exchange, but the larger you grow, the more people are going to be curious about what's happening in your life. And if you live up to the principles in which you're espousing on, sometimes, yeah, expression is the better part. Say, okay, as much as I may be flattered, may be tempted, I shouldn't. The question is, was there a way that he could have said no that didn't end up sort of bruising your ego? Because if you're unused to hearing no, the first few times you hear it, it hurts. You don't understand it. You don't get it. Start to look in yourself and you start to question is something and you're questioning your identity. That makes you spiral longer and longer to the part where you're you're threatening, you're creating this beef online with someone that is completely in the right. Just lose. It looks like you don't have the proper sense of reality. Listen, if you think I missed something in the exchange, let me know. If you see videos on your screen right now, either side of it, let me know what you think of those. And of course, you listen to my voice right now. If you haven't subscribed, come on, what's going on? I'll sue you if you don't. How about that? I'll see you guys in the next one.